Roller coaster announcement season is indeed in full swing, and today, Thursday, August 8th, Canada's Wonderland announced their much anticipated 2025 roller coaster, and it is going to be called AlpenFury. This is a premier dual launch roller coaster that has all sorts of crazy specs that I can't wait to get into. We're going to show the POV, some off-ride POV, and talk about some of the inversions because there is a lot of inversions to talk about and all sorts of specs, so I can't wait to get fully into this video. But first, before we do that, let me just say, if you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing. If you're into roller coaster content, that is what we do. So if you enjoy that, please subscribe. If you're already a subscriber, thank you for coming back. And also, you already know that you're going to like this video, so give it a thumbs up, comment. Both of those things help against the YouTube algorithm and pushes this video and our channel out to as many people as possible. And also a quick reminder that we do have a channel membership page. You can be like one of these wonderful people here on the screen that joined our channel membership page. And for them being channel members, they get things like exclusive pictures, videos, shout outs like what you saw on the screen, and it helps out our channel a ton, so thank you to all our channel members. But now let's get into this video because everyone has been very excited about this announcement. They have been very secretive, unlike what King's Dominion was doing, where they were just basically building the coaster and everyone knew that they were getting a launch wing coaster. This was a little bit more secretive. We did know that it was going to be a premier roller coaster, and we figured it was going to be a launch coaster. But other than that, we didn't know much about it. So let's get into the whole thing. So we have the story, because as we know, Cedar Fair, or now Cedar Fair Legacy Parks, they do love to have stories to all their roller coasters that they're putting out. So here we go. The villagers at the base of Wonder Mountain closed the climbing trails decades ago, after tales began to spread that it had become home to beasts and mythical forces. One legend holds that at the mountain's core, fire and ice come together in their most raw, elemental states to create a powerful force that is both terrifying and awe-inspiring. The story has become so ingrained in the local culture that Alpen Village now celebrates this mythical union with its own fire and ice festival every year. As a visitor, you're fortunate to find yourself in the village during the height of the festival. It's a jubilant and colorful celebration. Those brave enough are invited to visit the Sled House, where a sleek, modern sled awaits. Outfitted for a journey through the very heart of Wonder Mountain and beyond, the temptation for adventure overcomes any trepidation you feel about facing the forces within. You board the sled and buckle in before being launched into the journey of a lifetime. Okay, I will say that I have watched the POV already. I have watched the off-ride, and this looks very fun, and I'm sure everything about it is a lot of fun, except for the fact that Premier trains are indeed a nightmare to get in and out of. Premier needs to do something about those. Hopefully these don't have the comfort collars that Premier trains are known for, but we will see ultimately. But let's first get into this POV. Let's look at this and talk about it. So you start outside of Wonder Mountain, kind of over by Fly, and you go into the mountain where you're launched straight up, kind of like what Volcano did at King's Dominion before it was torn down. And that is where you reach your highest peak, which is 164 feet. This coaster does have 9 different inversions, so that is going to be the most in North America. I think taking the record from Steel Current at Kennywood, which had 8, but still not the most in the world. That still belongs to Smiler. So I gotta say, I am really shocked at how inversion based this ride is. I thought it would be a little bit more, maybe they would have like a backwards launch somewhere in it. We thought maybe like a swing launch at some point, but no, this is just a straight 2 launches. But it does get up to 71 miles per hour, which is a very nice speed. I mean, this is going to be a thrill coaster. This isn't a family coaster like so many parks are building nowadays. So I brought up the fact that there are 9 inversions, and I guess it says that 3 of them are unique. So here's what it says. AlpenFury features a double launch, one that propels you into the depths of Wonder Mountain and another that blasts you out of the summit. It features 9 inversions and 3 unique elements you won't experience anywhere else. The fire serpent roll is a distant relation to the sea serpent roll, twisting and inverting riders through weightlessness and 2 unparalleled train-to-track near-miss interactions in a single element. So that is because it interacts with a couple other roller coasters at the park, and it does really well. So that should be a lot of fun, especially if you get like the other rides going at the same time. That should be a nice, unique element to this. That should be a nice part of this ride. And you also have the Skyflyer loop, pays homage to the park's former attraction and features an ascending helix that crests into a 0G stall before diving into an inverting descending roll. And the Ice Wonder Roll twists and then untwists riders in two inversions as they ascend and descend through an overbanked hill. That is a lot to take in right there. So here we have an off-ride footage. So they're showing Wonder Mountain. And so there you see their Wild Mouse fly, and the station is right by that. So you see the launch kind of into a twisted airtime hill, and then into the launch out the top into the highest point, 164 feet. And this thing almost looks like a treble clef. Like it almost looks like what Fury 325 has. It looks like a treble clef, except it has an inversion in it. So that's that double twist that they were talking about. So, and you see how well it interacts with other rides in the park. So that's just going to be a very nice looking, very photogenic ride. The one thing that kind of worries me about it is as we get down here to the ride stats. Okay, so we know it's Premier Rides. We know it's a launch. The max height, 50 meters, which is around 164 feet. Max speed, 115 kilometers per hour, which is around 71 miles per hour. And 9 inversions. So it says the most for a launch coaster in North America, but I don't know, unless I'm not thinking of something, I'm pretty sure it's the most of any coaster in North America, because I was almost positive that Steel Curtain at Kennywood had the most with 8, but I don't know if I'm wrong, correct me. But the thing that does kind of bother me is that it is only running 2 trains and only 18 people per train. So Canada's Wonderland is an extremely busy park. So I don't know how crazy lines are going to get for this. This looks like it's going to get long lines because the capacity is not going to be great. The ride time is 1 minute 20 seconds, which is definitely not bad at all. It should be a very fun experience. So I guess that is it. Talked about everything that we could talk about for AlpenFury, the brand new 2025 coaster coming to Canada's Wonderland. We are definitely excited to get up to the park and ride it next year. So leave a comment down below what you think of this announcement, and we'll see you guys next time right here on Beach Cliff Studios.